Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, has Cesaro already debuted for AEW?
Why Gunther has gone through his amazing body transformation.
2 new AEW signings have been confirmed.
And another WWE superstar has had his name changed. I'm Wilborn.
And I'm Murray.
And this is the news.
That was weird.
Just you wait till I get to my second story, brother.
And speaking of weird,
yes,
we might as well have introduced this one by saying, hey, this is the crazy Reddit theory show, because that's what we're kind of starting off with. Of course, this theory has kind of built some traction on Reddit Squared Circle, which, as we all know, is a hive of nothing but great takes. But I'm being facetious here. This is quite interesting, actually. It seems to stem from the N-Pod Wrestling Podcast.
One of the best podcasts out there that's not ours.
Yeah, it's an interesting name. Suggesting that Claudio Castagnoli may have already been seen in AEW as the masked cameraman. We've noticed the masked cameraman, right? He's been at ringside. He's had like a black hooded mask on. He's quite tall. He's quite cut.
Yeah.
And he's there with his little camera doing things. Masked cameraman, blah, 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 blah. He's been visible across AEW content for a few weeks now at ringside. And he was notably there during the CM Punk Dax Harwood match from was it the 23rd of March? That match was on Dynamite. But he was there as far back as Revolution, which was, of course, a couple of weeks after Claudio Castagnoli was released by WWE. Now, the thing about this is that Cesaro, Claudio, Frank, whatever you want to call him, wouldn't have a non-compete clause because his contract expired. He wasn't released. We should clarify that, of course. The release has very different connotations. So apologies if I used it earlier in the video. I don't think I did. But if I did, I'm a moron and I apologize. Either way, he can show up wherever he wants, whenever he wants. I think this is far-fetched as hell, but what do you think?
I mean, I get the concept. You know, when you see matches, my mind for some reason goes to Edge as a cameraman interfering in a match. But that's normally, they just do a bit of camera work for like 5 minutes and then twat someone with a camera. Not weeks of build-up. But unless they've just gone, yeah, we would like you in an All Elite, Claudio, as a cameraman, because you're so jacked you can carry the heaviest cameras. Also, change your perceptions of cameramen. They can be jacked as well. It could just be a bald, jacked cameraman.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this is. I mean, if they do something with it, it's fascinating. I mean, they love a little breadcrumb trail, don't they, in AEW? Let's be honest. So it's not that far-fetched, although it is pretty far-fetched.
Yeah.
But whatever gets Claudio Castagnoli, Cesaro, whatever you want to call him, in AEW, I'm kind of okay with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to learn what Claudio Castagnoli's character motivation is for becoming a cameraman. If you wanted to scout wrestlers, you could just watch the shows.
Yeah, buy a ticket.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a weird one, this. But hey, look, it's got a lot of traction. We thought we'd come on and just shoot crap about it.
Yeah, there's going to be a new tag team, him and Sean Spears, the Men, the Chairman, and the Cameraman.
Miro, the best man.
Also, if he is not the strongest cameraman there is, that is Phil Chambers.
There you go. He's a beast.
Phil Chambers is a wily, scrawny little beast.
He can carry
I did that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Phil. Well, that's not my impression of Phil. This is... Hello there, ladies. My name is Phil Chambers.
What honor?
Don't know. Anyway, should we talk about Gunther and his amazing transformation? Speaking of people in the office. He's obviously got an incredible shape over the last few months, arguably over the last year, basically. I mean, like, he had a unique body type anyway. I don't think anyone would go up to him and go, you're a bit out of shape or whatever. He was a very distinct figure.
Classic wrestling monster type figure.
But now, he's obviously on the main roster. He squashed someone on SmackDown last week. And he's got incredibly cut and lithe, I think it's fair to say.
Really noticeable around his face,
yes.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And apparently, according to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, the reason behind this is, surprise, surprise, Vince McMahon. He told him to lose weight. He basically wants his big men to be big, but also to be slim on his TV shows. And Gunther, Walter, whatever you want to call him, he listened. He got in great shape. He talked about his weight loss recently, saying, I guess I eat less.
Fair play.
There you go. That's what me and Andy should have been doing, apparently, for the last few months.
Last few years.
I always worked out a lot. For the first time, though, I've really focused on my nutrition. He continued. I always liked the look of the solid heavyweights in Japan who had a bit of a gut carrying it around. But at the end of the day, you've got to go with the times, evolve a little bit, and that's what I did. Look, I'm concerned that they are presenting him more as Gunther than Walter on the main
Walter's
roster.
dead, man.
But I don't think that his change in body type is the reason for that. It's just WWE being WWE. But fair play to the fella. I mean, him, Pete Dunne, there's been a whole host of people who've got in incredible shape before moving up to the main roster.
He's done a really good job of slimming down and leaning out a little bit, and if that's what his employers want, and he wants to actually stand a chance of doing something on the main roster, then he's got to do it.
Do you think Vince said to him, I think you should lose a bit of weight? Or do you think he sent one of his minions? And how deep of a cave-in of his chest do you reckon that chop got when someone said, I think you should lose weight, big man?
Who was the producer who quit recently? Pat Buck.
I thought of him, yeah.
And he went to chop, and then he was like, I'm out.
Pat, you're fired, by the way. Before you go, can you... yeah.
But no, fair play. Like, he's done a really good job, and obviously he's probably a bit healthier now as well. Not that he was like an unhealthy weight or anything, don't get me wrong, but like from my personal experience, when I've lost like 15, 20 pounds, I just feel better across the board. So fair play to him. He's in really, really good shape. I liked his look when he was a larger man, but like... it's made a choice, and he's come out the other side looking great.
If this gets them actually booking him well on the main roster rather than how they did at Survivor Series a few years back, it's only a good thing.
I did enjoy at ringside old Ludwig like conducting well while he was chopping that guy up on SmackDown, or he booted him in the face and Ludwig's just standing there like, oh yeah.
Good luck to Fabian Eichner, by the way. I feel like he got the short end of the stick with this. I really hope he gets a bit of a solo run on NXT now, because I think I've really had my eyes open to him and what was Marcel Bartel since they sort of did more stuff as Imperium on NXT.
New AEW signings. Let's talk about those. They've been confirmed. They're going to be on the Ring of Honor roster, however, which isn't a huge surprise considering how they've come into like the Tony Khan umbrella of promotions. So they are Toa Liona and Khan, right? They debuted at Supercard of Honor as the Gates of Agony. They were introduced by
Great name, by the way.
Really good name, really good name. And they squashed Cheeseburger. Poor Cheeseburger.
I just watched him come out and go, oh,
what did Cheeseburger do to deserve that? And Eli Isom, of course. 2 minutes on the 0 hour pre-show thing. Done, easy. Later on, they came out and they were introduced as a bigger part of Tully Blanchard Enterprises with Brian Cage, of
Genius.
course. Yeah, who kicked Ninja Mac's ass. So
he did.
That poor Ninja
really
Mac.
did.
He got
ragdoll that little git.
Little git?
Have some of that.
Poor guy.
I was like, yeah, cool, Ninja Mac's here. Get out of the way, Brian Cage is here. Sorry, mate.
Offensive. But yes, that happened. Now, on Coffin Radio, Leona...
One of the best radio stations out there. We're not on a strong radio station yet.
What's going on? Leona confirmed that he is signed with AEW. He said, it's official, I'm signed with them. I'm part of the Ring of Honor roster, but I'm contracted, so you never know when I might pop up on TBS or TNT. Following this, Fightful Select came through with a report on Khan and said that he too has been signed by AEW and assigned to Ring of Honor, and his deal was put together at the beginning of February. No word on when exactly Leona's deal was put together, but both of these chaps have been on Dark and Elevation recently. I think Leona's appearances actually go back to 2021, if I recall. But Khan had a match quite recently with Adam Cole on Dark, so there you go. So they both kind of had like a little foot in the door. Now they are well and truly in the door. They got the tag team, they got the manager, they got Tully, they got Brian Cage, they got Ring of Honor. Very interested to follow their progress.
Yeah, I wonder if this is going to be a sign of things to come in terms of people being brought in to work in Ring of Honor, who you may have seen already on Dark. So they were sort of given trials, given sort of tryouts or whatever it may be. And they're signed, they're all elites, but they are transferred over to the Ring of Honor brand. Because like you say, there's no reason why. You don't even have to really, foreshadow something like this. If you're in Ring of Honor, chances are if they went, actually, you free next Wednesday, they could have you on AEW Dynamite like that.
For sure. And Khan has history in Ring of Honor as well. He was in Shane Taylor Promotions prior to the buyout and all of that. So I guess it's somebody who ties Ring of Honor to the previous era. Might not necessarily be a lot of that going forward, so it's cool to see him there.
Right, finally. I have a theory, and his name... Well, his Theory. Austin Theory's lost his first name. He's now just Theory, basically. They introduced this development. It was changed on the .com roster thing on last night's Raw. I will say, for stupid bloody name changes where they just give one person their surname, basically, the way they introduced it might have been the best that they've done, ever. Where they said, no, me and Vince have had a meeting and we've decided just Austin's not for me. But, you know, it's So now he's just Theory. Not only is he just Theory, by the way, he's in a title match next week against Finn Balor for the US Championship. But yes, now he is just Theory. Why do they do this?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Theory. I want to meet his tag team partner, Hypotheses. It's just, it's weird. It's just what they do. So, like, you know, doing the whole, what have they done here thing is like, I can't be bothered with that. It's just a thing they do now. No matter how silly the name comes out, they did the thing. Okay. Maybe Vince thought they were going to mistake him for Stone Cold or something.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was the beauty of it, them being like, Austin's on Raw.
Yeah.
Not that one, though.
Get some good clickbait out of
that.
that. Damn it.
Let's go. Look, Dolph Ziggler was World Heavyweight Champion, so anything could bloody happen.
There you go.
Exactly.
You'll be used to it by next week. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
Another question about that in our Twitter questions, though, so we'll get to them right now. Don't forget to get in touch with us at WhatCulture WWE, of course, if you want to get in touch. Mike on the mic starts saying, morning broskies. Speaking of which.
Is that Matt Cardona?
Check out the Matt Cardona, and if you haven't already on the channel with Miller. It's like 2 minutes, and it will really... it'll brighten your day, trust me.
Pep in your step.
Morning, broskies. If Cody's being groomed to face Roman Reigns for the title, do you think that WWE should book Cody facing and defeating former heavyweight champions like Rey Mysterio, Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, etc.?
Yeah, I think this is a good idea. Very sports-centric as well. Like, to get to this guy, you have to beat the guys that have fallen along the way or lost previous title shots. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I like the idea of Cody showing up quite soon on SmackDown and going, hello, man, I like those belts. Give them to me.
He was doing that last night, wasn't he? He was doing the old
He
gimmick.
was. I wonder what that means. Very ambiguous. I like the idea of Roman going, no, look at all the people I've beat. You do that now. That's a good idea. I really like it. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, really, really good shout in my opinion. And
so Cody's obviously going to lose to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I do. I'm kind of okay with a rematch against. I'd rather a rematch against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania Backlash than any feud with The Miz.
Yes,
so
100%.
They did that well, and he still feels like a huge star, despite the fact they spent all of their pyro budget for the month apparently on him. Madness, that. Travis Zachary, speaking of people who are having their names changed, Travis writes, with all the pointless name changes going on around WWE, do you think they're missing out on the opportunity to necessarily shorten Priest's name to just Damien?
Damien. Ooh. See, that would be the kind of name change. And, like, I think Damien Priest is a really cool name.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm not advocating to change it. But if you're going to change anyone to just one name, Damien's pretty cool. Yeah. Right? It's a pretty evocative name, so... yeah, why not? I think my number one.
Now he's got the 2 different wings as part of his entrance. Ooh.
What is he got?
And he can end matches via blue apparently.
Stuff. Eiffel 65. What would your ideal WWE name change be? Who could only have their 4 name? Mine would be The Miz. So he'd just be the.
That'd be amazing.
It's like the time Big T and Booker T had a match in WCW for the rights to the letter T. So if Big T lost, he'd have been big.
I like the idea of Too Cool back in the day having their name shortened to 2, despite the fact there's 3 of them.
Yes.
Let us know your suggestions in the comment section below. And Captain Freaking Wrestling gives us our final question of the day. He says, am I the only one who thinks Liv is turning on Ripley and joining Edge's new faction? Of course, it was meant to be the tag title match last night. There was protocol. That's why Rhea wasn't there. That's why Liv lost to Naomi?
That's right.
Yes.
2 minutes.
Yep.
After beating Sasha Banks.
They don't know what they're doing.
So many people.
Just keep it spinning, and then we can get to the split when they actually have the tag title match. But yes, do you reckon who's turning on who? Can we not use that phrase, by the way? Who's betraying who?
Nah, Rhea. I think Rhea.
Yeah, come on.
I think it's gonna be Rhea. It comes down to who's going to be more at home under blue lighting, unfortunately,
yes.
doesn't it? I think a Liv heel run would be quite interesting because it's not really something they've done. Obviously, I guess the Riot Squad were kind of heels, but the thing with them was they were kind of so weird. Hey, I'm going to tip your coffee over. Like, it was really hard to take Fear More Nikki. It was really hard to take them seriously as heels. So it's something they haven't really done to this extent with Liv, but I think Rhea's a bit more of a natural fit. I think Liv has quite a big babyface following that maybe goes underestimated at times. So I think that's how it's going to pan out. But hey, look, they might do the swerve. Who knows?
Yeah, Morgan could get it, actually, because then you could have the entrance theme. Live and blue die.
Blue doesn't even rhyme with lead. I wish I could die.
Let's move on to today's ad finally. And I just want to give a shout out and wish well from all of us here at WhatCulture to the brilliant Andy Murray, Rick Boogs, who has
man.
taken his first step on his road to recovery. He has posted an incredible video on his YouTube channel. Go over there, watch it, like it, share, subscribe, all that sort of thing. It is called Hospital Bedridden to Unstoppable Force. It's just epic. It feels like something out of an 80s action film. But yes, get well soon, Rick Boogs. Horrible injury at WrestleMania, and we wish him well his recovery, so he can come back and, as I have predicted, win the world title.
Yeah, you've done this before, mate. Come on.
Come on, Rick. Let's do this,
cursed
baby.
him. You've absolutely
I'm
cursed
so
him.
sorry, mate.
Poor
Yeah.
guy. He's going to be 24/7 when he comes out now because
Yeah.
of this.
Still
prick.
counts as a champion, I think. Don't say world champion. But yes, get well soon, Rick Boogs.
Yes, get well. Horrible injury. Very likable guy. Hope he recovers swiftly and with as little pain as possible.
Yes, good luck, mate. Friend of the channel as well. What a top boy. We've loved him since he first arrived and screamed in NXT. Top boy.
It was like that seal. Remember that video of that seal? Maybe the editor can put that in here. I don't know. Is that illegal? Who knows?
I don't know. You tell me. All right.
Do it. Come on. Louder. Come on. That was Will. There we go.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from. For daily wrestling podcasts, we're going to be reviewing Monday Night Raw and looking ahead to a little bit later on today. Plus, you can let us know your thoughts and Twitter questions on Twitter at WhatCulture WWE. Watch there. Follow both of us. You can follow Andy Murray at...
Hey, listen, we teased it yesterday. We promised it, and today we're going to deliver. You can follow me at Andy H. Murray. The H stands for... Are you having... a giraffe? Yeah. I'm a giraffe. Giraffes do these things.
That's what they do, and that's definitely what they look like as well.
Yeah, woo.
Let's get your flaps down.
Hello, I am the giraffe.
You can follow me at Adam Wilborn. I am king of the mic.
Oh, God.
Follow us all at WhatCulture
I'm sorry,
WWE.
Jules. I'm so sorry.
What was that? At WhatCulture WWE. Subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts from for daily wrestling podcasts. But for now, my thanks to Andy Murray. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.
Woof.